A yacht was about to sink in the ocean. 3 kids were frantically bailing water with buckets, but the water kept rising no matter how much they scooped out. With their lives on the line, Inha, a pampered heiress, was only worried about getting her dress wet. Instead of helping, she climbed to the top of the boat, yelling at the others, "Why are you guys so useless? Hurry up and get the water out. Why does it keep getting worse?" Gangsan, another wealthy kid, had had enough. He shot back, "You prissy little brat. We're all working ourselves to death here, and instead of helping, you're just standing there barking orders." As the yacht was about to go under, Haiju suddenly remembered there was a radio on board. She rushed inside and tried calling for help, but no one answered. Were they really going to die out here in the middle of the ocean? In desperation, they grabbed life vests and an inflatable raft, preparing to jump before the yacht went completely under. But Inha started making a scene again, crying that she didn't know how to put on a life vest. Haiju had no choice but to help the helpless princess and try to comfort her, saying they'd be rescued soon. Reality, however, was harsh. Just as Haiju was about to send a distress signal, the yacht began rocking violently. Objects started falling everywhere. Gangsan got his thigh slashed by a sickle while trying to save his best friend Changhe. Ignoring the pain, they threw the raft into the water and jumped in after it. The moment they hit the water, the yacht sank completely. Watching it disappear beneath the waves, the 4 of them clung to the raft, their hearts pounding. All they could do now was put their lives in fate's hands and pray for rescue. As night fell, their parents learned that the reckless kids had taken a malfunctioning yacht out to sea. They called the Coast Guard to launch a search. The tide went out overnight, and the 4 drifted farther and farther from shore. Soaking in the freezing water, exhausted and thirsty, even the injured Gangsan somehow found the energy to crack jokes. Haiju told everyone to save their strength and talk less. That's when they spotted a Coast Guard vessel. They screamed and waved desperately for help, but it was too dark. The rescue team didn't see them. When no one was found, the boat turned back. Watching their hope of rescue slip away, the group fell into despair. Then, as if fate was mocking them, a torrential downpour began. Gangsan, weakened from his injury, was barely hanging on. Haiju urged him to stay awake. If he fell asleep, he might never wake up. Somehow, they held on until morning. By then, Gangsan was at his limit, on the verge of passing out. Suddenly, a whale breached the surface. The magnificent sight gave them a small burst of energy. Meanwhile, Gangsan's grandfather had dispatched helicopters to search for them. Inha couldn't stand the hunger anymore and started drinking seawater to ease her discomfort, but it backfired. She passed out and let go of the raft. Haiju and Changhe used every ounce of their remaining strength to pull her back. But the moment they got Inha onto the raft, Haiju collapsed from exhaustion. She started drifting away. By the time Changhe noticed, she was already 20 feet out. He swam after her, but he barely had any strength left either. He couldn't bring her back. He and Haiju drifted farther and farther away together. Back on the search vessel, the Coast Guard found wreckage from the yacht. Inha's mother broke down completely. She had lost a daughter years ago and couldn't bear the thought of losing another. She begged her husband to find their daughter no matter what. Haiju's father overheard this conversation. He seemed to understand something. He was about to tell the wealthy woman that Haiju was actually her long-lost biological daughter when the Coast Guard radioed with good news. 2 children had been spotted nearby. The ones rescued were Haiju and Changhe, both poor kids. The 2 wealthy children were still missing. The rescued